How are you getting on today, folks? How are you all doing? Welcome back to another video. This video is day in the life in July. Not our ideal day in July really, but look, it's July, you can expect rain and all that. Weather is pretty messy, a lot of rain made. There was flooding in the east last night, up to 60 mil of rain I think there's. Yeah, not exactly what you'd expect in July, but however, hopefully I think this week isn't promised too bad. But anyways, first job of today is, as you can see, brought the hopper home yesterday and we just pulled her up and we're going to unload her now. I didn't video bringing it home, don't really know why. Well, we had a video bringing it home for the exact same spot last year actually. It's coming up soon, coming up to our first anniversary of our consistent YouTube 2 videos a week. And I'm going to do a video on that, and we should be around the same time we'll be on 5k subscribers, all going well. So I'm going to do a video on both that, how things are going, what way the channel is going to go forward, what to expect next and all that, and get a few ideas from me as well, whatever you think we should be at. Because no harm to get a bit of feedback, because I'm doing what I'm doing, what's in my own head, but it's nice to know what you're thinking as well. Anyways, this beast is at home. Bit dirtier than when it went, but I'm actually looking forward to whenever we get a chance, a wet day now again. I'm going to park her here for now, pull her into the wash pit and give it a right good wash and go down underneath it and go in under the chassis, just put on the wet gear, crawl in and by hand at least take all the dirt off out of the nooks and crannies, because it's worth minding now, the paint, and I just want to double check where I placed the chassis and all that, a couple of spots like here, double check that the cracks are not protruding, so make sure the plates worked and the welding, because now is the time to do that while it's fresh in my head, and with the fresh paint and that should be easy enough to see the cracks as well. But yeah, what are we going to do now? We were chains, Aiden has the chains pulled off her there now, so I'm going to jump up. Batteries, I'd say the battery's dead because it was flat as a pancake when I got to the bog, because we just never thought to turn off the dead man, and there's a solenoid that stays on there and it drains the battery over a couple of days. But yeah, so let's see, would she start and get her down anyways, and that'll be that home. We've moved the digger as well and a few jobs like that today. That high vis is left hanging there because it's actually a good marker for going along the road with the marker board here, but still six out about 18 inches past it, so high vis blown around, great eye catcher even from the distance, because that is pretty camouflaging going along the road, and no harm to have something else just to catch people's eye. Anyways, we'll jump up here and see what she fire up. Now, our day's plan has changed slightly. Days got better, we got mowing, which I didn't think we would. But mower's in the workshop. Aidan was mowing earlier on, and he said it started smoking a bit here, but I don't know if you can see the rock in that. You should be able to see it. Anyways, I think what's wrong is the bearing has gone here in the module in the bed. It's 9 times out of 10 this is the one that's going to go, because it's the drive line, it's the main drive. It's getting more, I wouldn't say abuse, but more work and probably more heat in that. So I have a spare one, so I'm going to change it out. I'm going to start it anyways, whether I get finished or not. I should, unless something goes wrong now and we need a seal or another bearing or something. But all going to plan, I'd be guessing it's about a 2-hour job. The trouble with this one is we need to drop the bed down to do it. It's the only one you have to, and in order you're doing that because, well, you could lift the gearbox up as well, but I think dropping the bed down sounds like a big job, but it's not too bad. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts, and same the far side. And what I'm going to do is prop it up, put probably blocks of timber or axe stand. I'm going to drop both sides down. Might get away with loosening the far side and drop this side down a bit. I'm not sure how much it has to go down, but I'll take the cover off up here and see. The reason we're dropping down is to get the shaft down out of the gearbox. Do that. I'll give it a quick power wash off there before I brought it in. You see it dripping with water. Ideally, not be water dripping down top of you when you're working, but I blew it off a bit there, so it mightn't be too bad. Prop this up and start ripping. We're first bearing I've put in this mower, we have it since 2019, so we've done 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So it's on its 7th season, and this, despite us having a front and back mower, I've mentioned before, this does the majority of the mowing. So it's just the way it works out. Sounds mad, maybe it is slightly, but it's an awful lot easier for a driver to manage this mower than front and back mower. But Aidan has switched away. Beauty about having the few extra yokes in the yard. Aidan has gone with the 820 and the back mower and mowing away. And once he's used the back mower, I'm going to set him up on the front mower as well, so he'll be able to manage that outfit. Just takes a good bit more watching and that than rather than the trail mower. Trail mower, you nearly just set it up, have good blades, have your bed set right, and away you go. But yeah, anyways, we'll start ripping here. Right, got it dropped down nice and handy. No surprises there, kind of just as I thought. But yeah, 5 bolts per side. What I've done is put the trolley jack in here then, so I can control this side. Even for putting it back up, it'll be an awful lot handier, because I'll be at this on my own, so handier and safer, besides messing with the hydraulics and the tractor while someone is out here. So what I'm at now, so I got this shaft down. That's the reason you have to drop this, to free this shaft. Just slides down out of the splines itself, and likewise when it's being put back up, heap of old dirt and chaff and all that down in here that you won't get with the power washer on. You just have to put a bit of time into it and scoop it out. So I think this shaft doesn't seem going to come up on its own. I thought it might be down on splines down there as well. When you drop it down, you pull that shaft up. But I think what I need to do now is clean down here, and I like the far side now. Aidan's done the far side, but pretty sure it's just 4 bolts down here, as far as I know. So to get all this dirt up, get the 4 bolts up, and then lift this up out over the shaft, and the shaft stay put. Then take up my shaft and the module, then should just a few bolts and pop that up. all going to plan, that is. Yeah, so this is our first job like this now on this mower. We've no bearings, putting in no conditioner bearings, no nothing. It will be fairly good now. It'd be fair to keep the bed oils changed and keep it greased as well. For any of you with one of these Malone mowers, there's 3 grease nipples in here that you might not know of. There's one in here, there's a Hardy Spicer in there, universal joint, one up here, you can see, and there's another boy here that just greases that spline there where it slides up and down a bit. Shouldn't be much movement there, but there would be a bit all the same maybe. So, unless you read your owner's manual and you buy them, like, well, I usually don't, to be honest, but you might not know they're there, so might be a tip for someone. Save someone putting a universal joint in. Anyways, I'm going to pull all this dirt out here, blow it out a bit, and try to get these bolts up and get that drum up and out of the way. Now, this job, as you may see, is turning into be quite a bigger job than planned. Bed out there. Yeah, hindsight, I should have power washed the whole bed, but I said, quick job, wash the outside where I'm working, wash that side where I'm working as well. So I may as well give you again, they're in here. See what a conditioner mower looks like without the bed. Not so pretty. Anyways, that's a mess. Now I'm sorry I didn't wash that, but anyways, the washer's not here. Don't have to gather up. This job is not going to plan whatsoever. You can see them Allen key studs down there, and yes, any of you that's used to this crack, when you see them, you know exactly what's after happening. I am after rounding one of them, and I was using an impact Allen key and all, but one of them's after going round on me, so that is going to be fun. Don't ask me how I'm going to get it out there, because access is poor enough. Hopefully I don't have to cut the top off that to get down, and it's the first one that rounded on me as well, so not ideal. I was planning on being mowing in a field in about an hour's time, but unfortunately that is not going to happen this evening, I'd say, anyways. But yeah, so I just said I'd back the mower off altogether out of the way. And now the baler is there, and I'll need that tomorrow early in the day. But anyways, I can pick this up with the forklift, move it aside, and pull the tractor and mower out. But anyways, yeah, that is the joys of this job. Whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to have a go with the rest of them now and see. I have a lot more access straight down over them. I can see better what I'm at as well, so we'll see how that works out. We're making progress. If you're doing this job on any more, just like I had the bed pretty much dropped out. There's one bolt, two hanging in over there. Get it out and get straight down access, because that's the mistake I've made. I have all the other Allen keys out, all the other bolts out. What was in it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The one that's left in it. I've tried the Allen key on it again. The Allen key is not going to bring it. So what I might do is, this is an owl box of different Allen keys and torque heads and all that. I'm going to try hammer one of them down into it. If I lose it, I don't mind if it's break, because there's bits and pieces gone out anyways. I'm going to try bait one of them down into basically the likes of that one now with good teeth, slightly oversized, and hammer it down in it, and the splines might catch it. What I'm doing here now, I have a little peephole here. You can see it just in there that I'm giving a few welts of the hammer and the punch. It might it might make it slightly off, push in the side a bit, gives a bit more grip, and plus hammer. Even when I blew all these out nice and clean, but it's all impact stuff I'm using, and I am using impact gun. Some people might be against that and say, oh, you're going to snap it. That's what your problem is. But pulling a bar off them now, trying to hold that bed, that is a nightmare. And sometimes just a quick sudden impact. If you've well cleaned out, blew it out, and put down your extension, put the whole lot on and down like so, and give the top of that, give it to it with the hammer, give it 5 or 6 good bangs, and that impact does release. You'd be surprised how that will release a bolt. So I'm going to give it a few whacks in there. Any bang it gets or impact is loosening the bolt, or is going to help relieve it. It's not going to do any harm to it. So and I'm not trying to mind the bearing because the bearing is already gone. So I'm going to do that, stick on my old safety goggles, because if you've any respect for your eyes and you're using a hammer and chisel or punch or anything like that, use safety goggles, because that is from experience. Now thankfully I've never had to go to hospital with steel in my eye, but I've had hours picking steel out of my eyes. So if you have any respect for them, mind them. I have a few cracks given to that already. If I could even get on the corner root with the chisel, you'd be surprised how you'd loosen it as well. You might get it going. If I got it cracked at all, I'd bring it. So hopefully now we'll get it. We'll stay optimistic anyway. Every belt is helping the job. I actually don't know how much you can see there. Oh, yeah, you can see me. So what next? Get my spock here and see. I'll size it up here to see. That might do it if I get a hammer down into it and get a socket on it. Don't have the proper one out in. Yeah, I'll get set up here and we'll see. This is a bit finicky now what I'm at here. Kinda messing, but if it works, it'll be great. Don't think it's getting the bite that I want, but no, that ain't working. I'll have to come up with some other ingenious idea. Let's get a tighter fit spline ideally. Okay, I have a tighter fit spline on it now. Finer spline, and it hammered down into it more. The other one didn't, still a bit loose, and so that just wasn't going to happen anyway. But give it a few more welts and see. Oh, the moment of truth, because if this doesn't work now, maybe I should be using the breaker bar on it. Oh boy. Oh, please. Yes, we got him. We got him. There she is. I just hammered that. It was a fine spline torque, slightly oversized. Hammered it down and out she comes. Happy days. That's great now. So up you come. Moving on. No, it must be just a bit tight down there. Watch it don't knock the bed off the jacks. Should be fine. Now boys and girls, there you have it, shaft up. That's the dirty work done. We'll be safe now, I think, unless we have another surprise. I don't think so. I'll gather up all my washers and stuff now too, because they'll be lost otherwise. There is a big wing nut down there as well. Oh yeah, big nut there. Pop that up, all that will come off. Happy days. I don't know why I call that a wing nut. It's just a big nut. I think it's 36 sockets on it there. When I took up that shaft, I noticed this underneath, and that looks like to me the remnants of a heavy like washer or shim, and that nut is actually loose because I have not put the impact gun on that yet. I'm threading that off by hand. So that nut, I think what was wrong was the bearing may not be gone at all. I'd say there's a washer underneath it that somehow broke up. Don't ask me how. I might give Malone's a call and see about that. But what I'm going to do is put this nut down and tighten it up and see does that take the play out of the hat. Okay, with the hat or the drum off, I tightened up that nut, but it still didn't take the play out of it. But either way, I was going to take it off and see, and more than likely change the bearing, because more the hassle. I have that module, so it's more the hassle of getting into it than actually change the bearing itself. So I was going to swap it out anyways. But that is the reason why the bearing is gone. Wire and getting down and around and inside it. That is, look, it has quite a few acres on it through this moor, so these sort of things popping up is not surprising. I don't know if you can see the bit of a jiggle in it there or not, but I'm going to get this cleaned up and whip it out. So now that's our old one out. Bearing is, you can hear the crunching, obviously affecting it. But it has no internal damage done or anything because the gear is fine and everything. You stop them in time, you're usually fine. So that's tight. This is our new baby. Nice and free. So that's the bed. The oil is filled to the top there because bed is leaning forward, and it's also sloped this side fairly well, so all the oil is ran to this corner, but it's not really run out. So I'll drop this one back in now. It's all fairly clean there. I give it a good clean up, and I blew it down as well beforehand. Always a great job when you're at this crack before you go opening. Do your cleaning, because no point going cleaning there now if you had that popped up, because all you end up doing is knocking all your dirt down into it. drop her down like so, and give her a spin here to line up with the gear, and down she goes, and up comes the oil. Ooh, nasty. Should have jacked it up a bit now, I didn't even think of that. Squishing the oil up, but anyways, don't think we had any thread locker on them. No, there's no signs of thread locker on them bolts, but a lot of the other bolts we going back with thread locker, the main nut and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to get that tightened up, and then I'm going to leave it at that for 2 days. Turn my impact gun back a bit now because I'll run these in. Bit of dirt, of course. I'm trying to keep things clean. Pull it in nice and gradually. That's the old O-ring that just sits on the down the bottom to stop the oil coming up out of the bed. But I put in the new one because it was on it. And when you're doing a job like this, put in your new seals and do your few bits, because whatever bit of time it takes putting a seal, or if you have to go and get it itself, much rather than having to go taking it back out again. Because that is where it'll be annoying. Perfecto. I'm going to tidy up these few bits because it's in a bit of a mess there now, and I have a feeling that these bits that came out are off this washer. It broke up because they're the same thickness and all that, so I have a new washer there that came with the new module, so that'll be going in. Yeah, that'll be going in. Oh yeah, down on top there. So yeah, happy days making progress. But unfortunately, that is going to be it for today's video, because I have to bring this video to the editor, and I will catch up. It'll be kind of part 2. This is kind of a day in the life. I'm finished for today. So I'll do another video putting that back. But anyways, you got to see the main workings and all that. Putting it back won't be too exciting, but I'll do a bit of video on it anyways. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Good luck.